Paul, you just came from the Mattamy Athletic Center where the new Team Canada jerseys were released for Sochi 2014. What do you think?
You know what? I like them. I do. It's kind of a different look. It's got the maple leaf, but very plain but unique and sleek jersey. Nike did a great job. I think the players are going to love it. Aerodynamic and anything to make a player faster. It allows a player to go faster, especially in the game of sledge hockey. It's a phenomenal thing.
Paul, you won a gold medal in 2006 at the Paralympic Games in Torino. Now, there's a bit of a story behind your medal and how it got to you now. Can you fill us in a little bit on that?
Absolutely. It's right here. You can hold it if you want. And we shocked the world by winning in 2006 in Torino. We ranked number 4 in the world. We ended up winning. It was one of the greatest thrills of my life. In 2007, I was at an autograph session, alumni session, and somebody picked my medal up and walked away with it. Don Cherry, who we were co-sponsored by a company, he found out about it that night on Coach's Corner, told the rat to give it back as only Don could do. And a week later, a week to the day, I got it back. And that's why it looks exactly like it does. I haven't touched the ribbon from 2006. I don't want to know what happened to it or where it was over that week, but it's back in my possession.
So, Paul, you retired after 2010 at the Paralympics in Vancouver. Was that a tough decision for you?
It was going into the games. It was the easiest thing because it was going to end my career on the gold medal note, winning in Vancouver, playing for 10 years, 3 Paralympic Games, 5 World Championships. It was the ultimate. Losing in Vancouver was crushing. It was heartbreaking. A lot of pressure on Canadian athletes, Canadian hockey players to win. But at 50 years old, it was time. It was time. The body said it was time to hang him up.
So, Paul, Canada, they're getting ready for the Sochi 2014 Paralympic Games. 150 days as of today. You might be heading over there as a broadcaster. What do you think so far of Canada's team? I know they just recently won at the Four Nations tournament taking place at the end of August.
The team is great. The team's always been great. We'll never have to worry about the Canadian team. The problem with the game of sledge hockey right now for Canada is every other nation's getting better. So the States, who have 11 guys under 21, Russia, who's got an incredible team, the Czech Republic, Korea, who you wouldn't imagine as a sledge hockey nation, all of those teams, their greatest thrill is to beat Canada. So I will say, going into Sochi, Canada's got the best team. Will they win? I hope they will, but you never know. When it's a one-week winner-takes-all tournament, anything's possible.
Now, Paul, you mentioned in there the United States, and they are definitely always a team to watch out for. We saw at the World Championships, Canada barely beat them in that 1-0 gold medal game. Going into Sochi, though, they have one of the best goaltenders in the world. As a goaltender yourself, what do you make of the U.S. goaltending situation?
Well, I love Steve Cash because he's a great kid. I played the game a little different than Steve. Steve is a very calm, square to the puck goalie. I was more of a Ron Hextall, show my emotion type of goalie, and you can't. Anybody that knows anything about the game of hockey knows that Steve Cash is one of the greatest, if not the greatest goalie to play the game right now. He's won almost everything that you have to win or can win, World Championships, Paralympics in 210, and he's the hardest. To beat the Americans, you have to beat Cash.
Russia, they're on home soil, they're a new team in this competition. Do they have a shot?
Oh, they have a shot. They have 11 double amputees. This game is meant for amps. It's a phenomenal game, and if you're paralyzed, that's great, but it's meant for amputees and need a stomach core. You need to have that upper body, and this Russian team, I'll guarantee you right now that if the U.S. or Canada or anybody else take the Russians for granted, they will win the gold medal.
Very interesting stuff. Now, we have just under a minute left. Paul, predictions for Sochi 2014 Paralympic Games?
I have to go with Greg Westlake, the captain of Canada, was my roommate for 7 years, one of my closest friends, and Canada wins the gold. They win a very, very close game over the Russians, not the Americans. The Russians, and the Americans win bronze.
Very bold prediction. Paul, thank you very much for this.
Anytime.
Back to you, Dom.